Yeah, I tried this once with the Little League World Series. I thought it was
That's a little
good.
weird. You're sitting there watching you yourself as a male watching Little League World Series.
I'm a huge Little League World Series
You're
guy.
a huge Little League World Series guy.
I'm a huge Little League World Series guy.
That's weird.
No, it's not. It's American.
It is. There's weirdness to it. Like I'm like, oh, cute. I don't care. Like, you know what? Baseball too. Don't care.
Wait, so you're against me watching Little League World Series because of baseball or because of the age?
Just the age, and it's like I don't understand. Like, what are you like watching? Like the Joe DiMaggios of the future or something? Like, what's the purpose
That's
of watching
kind of oxymoron. The Joe DiMaggios of the future?
Yeah, I don't even know if I can't even compute the sentence at all. So I don't even know if it's inaccurate. I'm just saying it anyway.
No, it's amazing. It brings you back to when you were a kid. You're watching the Little League World Series. A couple kids having fun, but it's also like a kid. He's fucking 6'4" from Saudi Arabia. He's pitching to a kid that's 4'9" from Australia.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense, and it's fun.
Yeah, see, to me that's not fun. You know why? I never. I played softball. I never really liked it.
Why'd you play?
Because it was just like another thing to do in the springtime. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
What were the other things?
Because I didn't like lacrosse.
Okay, I get that.
I was a field hockey chick. I know a lot of field hockey people played lacrosse, but I never got the cradling down. I never I liked field hockey because there was a big stick and a ball, and I could hurt someone. It was just like that was. I mean, lacrosse
Right, it makes sense.
You know what I mean?
On paper, it makes sense.
I like it. It's like down guttural. I don't like high. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So there was softball, and then softball was always annoying because it's like a hurry up and wait situation.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. It was just like the ball's coming and everyone's watching you.
In softball.
It's in softball.
Yes.
Basketball was
What
just always
position?
like I was third base for a while. I did play first base. I tried catcher. I fucking hated it. Couldn't do it. Knees were already bad.
Yeah. That's a lot. The equipment you got to put on and off every inning.
Off inning. And then there was you could do a travel squad. My thing is I never wanted to commit to one sport. I'm like, I just like doing it. But I couldn't be like, this is the one. And then as you get older, they're like, time to commit. And I'm like, eh. And then, like, as you get older, and it's fine. It's just there's a lot of lesbians on the team, and it's like, fine, there's lesbians.
That's a part of the sport.
That's a part of the sport, but I'm just
Right.
I like dick. And it's just like, it was just like not my vibe anymore. Like, it became like not my vibe, you know? And then
Because
I got
of the lesbians.
No, it's just because it was just like as I go up, and also this is pre-Caitlin Clark era. I mean, we had Cheryl Swoops and shit like that, but I didn't like see like what's the point? I'm gonna work my dick off and go to. And then my brother played football, right, in college.
Right.
There's a correlation.
Where did he play?
He went to Westchester University.
That's right. You said that. Yeah. Golden Eagles, something like that, right?
Rams. Dummy.
Rams. Fuck.
Golden
Purple
Rams.
and gold. Yeah.
Purple and gold though.
Yeah.
I saw him in his track. Like he worked. Like he didn't like high school. He was a king. He just didn't. He just threw a ball in the air and he was like.
He's a QB.
He was a QB. And
Okay.
then my other brother played football and he was a defensive end. So I grew up with going to football all my life. Like
That
you know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
So
And this is when you're in Jersey.
Jersey.
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm Jersey.
That's good. That's good.
North
High
Jersey
school
football was sick, dude. They would
What
come.
school? What school did you go
Pascack
to?
Valley.
That's a good school.
Yeah,
no?
they're competitive. They were
Yeah.
all state champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would. Yeah, so I got really and like all the cheerleaders would come to our house and like decorate on game day.
Yes.
One time they did my bathroom by accident, and they've had Oscar the Grouch toothpaste. My brother's a dick. My brother Jimmy. So
Okay.
he would get Oscar the Grouch because he was always moody. So they're like Oscar the Grouch toothpaste and stuff like that. And I was like, yay! I thought it was like from me. Turns out they did the wrong bathroom. You know what I mean? So. Because we all
Wait,
share
they went to
bathrooms.
your house and decorated your bathroom.
They decorate the living room like it was a big game. They'd go
Really?
in. Yeah, dude. Football in North Jersey was.
We had the outside of the house.
You gotta understand. This is freaking 80s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think they're still doing it today.
Maybe.
But inside, I never heard inside the house.
Well, my
Outside the
mom
house,
would let
I've
them
seen.
come in and they would decorate while we're sleeping, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, wow, and all this decorations would be like beat Ramapo and all that shit.
Yeah, it's like white trash Christmas. You wake up
Yeah,
and
streams and shit. And
Yup.
it's like it was all like yeah. Thanksgiving Turkey Day game was huge. My mom would put the turkey in and we'd go to the game.
well, that's playoffs.
Yeah.
that had to be some sort of championship.
Yeah, it was always it
Thanksgiving.
was a big game, but it was just a fun one too.
Yeah.
So, and I liked it because I remember the smell of the fall, and there'd be like, because of the global warming bullshit, there was actually frost on the ground.
Yes.
So anyway, I saw my brother do all this, and he went to college, red-shirted, all this stuff. And I mean, I'm still young, but I see that the glint in his eye went away, and it was just like he was getting like it was just like it became became a grind.
It's a job.
It's a job.
Division III football's a job.
It's a job. Yeah, Division I alone, and then you get big money involved, and then it's forget about it. You know what I mean?
Well, that at least is worth it.
Yeah, kinda. You're right. So that's the thing with me. I was just like, I saw that for him, and then two, I was like, and I'm a woman. I'm like, what am I gonna get out? I'm gonna
Not
go to
great.
like, what am I gonna do? You know,
Right.
like, what am I gonna do? And it's like, it wasn't, you know, and I didn't really get along with my teammates that well. They didn't really like me. I was too aggressive because I like.
You're more aggressive than the lesbians.
Yeah. They didn't, and also I didn't. You got to remember, I moved from PA to North Carolina to.
Right, you bopped.
Jersey to North Carolina to PA. So when I was playing basketball and like we'll do like freshman year of high school into like late junior high.
Okay.
A lot of these kids were already playing with each other.
So there was already chemistry. Then you're trying to get into the
Then I
mix.
was trying to get in the mix, and I learned basketball from watching the guys on West 4th Street. And Al and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I like the aggressive ballers.
You showed up, you wearing Tim's.
Yeah, kind of. They're like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
so
"Just
they
calm
didn't
down."
like. Yeah, they didn't like. I didn't vibe with them. I didn't vibe it, but I vibed with the theater kids, and that's how I freaking moved over to theater.
And you're telling me there were less lesbians in theater than? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the inverse for girls.
Yeah, yeah.
It's inverse.
Chicks are chicks, and then, but I mean, I didn't hang out. I hung out with but even the dudes, even the people I hung out with, they were all like, they weren't musical theater people. They were theater people, so they were a little more like, you know, I don't know.
Condescending.
We smoked weed. You know what I mean? We weren't like the theater musical kids were all like church kids. You know what I mean?
Really?
Kinda.
Were you the type of person that like really liked their English teacher?
My one teacher was the shit. Yeah, and it was that kind of thing. But also like, I mean, I still played with sports and stuff like that. I just, you know what it is? I just never believed in any one thing. Like I was never like, all right, teacher. You know what I mean? Like
You want a little taste of the world.
I want a little taste. I
You
wanted
want
a
here,
little
there.
speckle. You know what I mean?
Right,
I didn't
right,
want to
right.
close anything out. I took dance classes. I did tap dancing, and then I would play basketball at night. You know what I mean? At
You
youth
play an
league.
instrument?
Yeah, I played clarinet. And
You
I
played
spread,
clarinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can read some music, and I got it. I'm breaking it out again. I've been practicing a little bit lately.
You've been
again.
practicing the clarinet.
Yeah, I figured, what the fuck? I want to start playing again.
Okay, usually people break out the guitar, you know.
Yeah, I know.
You broke out the clarinet.
Well, maybe I'll get good enough and go to a jazz quartet or some shit. You know what I mean? I'll do a little I'll be like the Woody Allen.
Of clarinet.
Yeah, because Woody Allen played clarinet, and he would just do little pop-ins and little jazz places. Why not? That'd be pretty fun.
Are there
and
even
sick.
jazz places to do pop-ins anymore?
Yeah, what the fuck are you
Where are
talking
the
about?
jazz
Bro,
places?
Tons. There's like the whole scene out there, Rich.
Of jazz?
Yeah.
In New
There's-
Orleans, yeah, but not here.
Yeah, Brooklyn. There's like the guy that does from the Roots. He does it every Tuesday. He does like a quartet.
We're gonna start hanging out with the Roots.
Yeah, why not?
What time do we have to get better?
I
at the
don't. Well, I'm
clarinet?
hoping like when I can, I try. When I try, I don't have much time. I'm
What are you
hoping.
doing that between sets at the gym? You're bringing your clarinet, working on
No,
your B flat
sometimes
scale.
like on Sunday. Usually, sometimes this week's been crazy. A couple weeks been crazy. But if I have a Sunday open, I'll like in the mid afternoon, I'll get it.
You crack out the clarinet.
Yeah,
Huh.
just why not?
I've never. That's just not an instrument people are breaking out anymore.
No, not really. I mean, no, not really. But I mean, you play when you go to a jazz show, they're there. You know.
I haven't been to a jazz show.
Yeah. Have you
I
ever
only
really
to
went?
one.
Yeah. So I mean,
In
it's
New
not,
Orleans. Zero.
There's jazz other places. Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like not all jazz musicians are from New Orleans.
I mean, I wasn't planning on going to Kansas City, but now that I know there's a couple jazz
No,
musicians.
you're not a jazz fan, dude. You're just
I'm not.
you're
I
just
don't
a
get
regular.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's not for me, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get the appeal.
I like it.
The ex was big into what she thought was jazz.
I got into jazz, to be real with you, because of hip hop. Because hip hop used to sample it a lot,
yeah.
and that's
I get
how I
that.
got into it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I didn't know we were practicing clarinets now.
Yeah.
Because you're all over the road. Will
Yeah.
you bring the clarinet on the road?
Not right now. No, not right now. It's just too much because I have to bring my day job shit with me. I need this day job to go fucking straight to hell. I need comedy to start like
Well,
paying
but what
bills.
does it mean? The day job stuff? A calculator?
No, I have to bring. I bring the
A laptop.
two monitors.
You're bringing two monitors
Yeah.
on the road
Well,
with you?
I bring my laptop and a monitor.
You set it up in a hotel?
Yeah, I have to because I have to like I don't have any paper, so I have to like I get the time cards and I have to take the times, and so I need to have it as a reference.
Yeah, an eye for eye. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh, dude, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely nuts. I went away for a week and I brought everything with me. When I drive, that's why I've been doing a lot of these New England tours because I could drive to those places.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's a bitch. I hate that. I can't wait for this day job to go straight to hell. I need this day job to go straight to hell.
You need to, yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. I think the industry is doing a pretty good job itself.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So whatever. So I don't know. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, that's just been what's going on. Clarinet, and have no time to watch football, which sucks. I have no idea what's going on.
But yeah, you still have the fantasy team.
I have 3 fantasy teams.
You have 3 fantasy teams.
I joined it before. Before like all of a sudden, I didn't expect all the craziness to happen.
You
It's
wanted
like,
to be a commissioner
no.
couple months ago. You said
Oh,
let's
yeah.
get a league started.
Yeah, I did. I know, because I didn't have any, and then all of a sudden I was gone to 3. I didn't expect all the
all comics? All comic leagues?
2 comics. One from Astoria, one in New York Comic Club, and then the third is Fallon's.
All right.
So I
He's not. Fallon's not.
No,
in it.
he's not. It's just a bunch of people on Fallon.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the Roots are playing.
Some of the Roots are in your league?
Yeah.
Huh. They need a clarinet player?
No, it's all right.
Oh,
We're not going to
okay.
go there. I want to keep it. You know, I've learned to keep everyone.
Keep church and state separate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many. I don't meet your people that you like. Don't.
You've met people that you had high hopes for, and then you said,
Not really high hopes,
no.
but I'm just like, all right. I expect, like, working in film and TV, I just, like, expect them to be kind of full of shit.
No, they're the worst.
You know what I mean?
Most
I do.
of 'em.
Most of them. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Roots are. I'm just saying I don't, you know.
You want to know them as you know them right now, which is you don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know them.
Which is the best.
Yes. I don't know them.
Yeah, not knowing someone but knowing them's fantastic.
Right. So, wait, you have,
I got Red Zone.
dude,
You gotta
Rich.
get Red Zone.
This is great, because look at the Pitt-Washington game is sick.
28-27 Pitt.
Washington, huh? How about, I know the Commanders are fucking coming, Redskins, but I know they're coming, they're having a
cooking.
good season. They're cooking.
Yeah.
That was I watched that game.
Which one?
Washington versus Chicago when I was in New Hampshire.
Okay.
That was fun as shit. I was at a bar. I was sitting there. I was one of those local family restaurant bar places where you can sit
like
at
the
the
only
bar.
place in
but there's
town.
but it's
Yep.
really good. But they have a bar and a good food, great little local bar and a little area to eat in there. And then they have a full-on family dining area.
Yep.
They're so cute. They have a cheese and crackers section. Like there's some cheese and
Section?
crackers. Yeah, you can go and get some cheese and crackers while
Like
you're
a
waiting.
buffet? Like
A little bit. They have like a little
like
charcuterie.
Like people have salad bars. They had
Yeah,
a
and it's
cheese
like
and cracker
saltines.
station.
It's cute as fuck.
That's
It's
fun.
It's cute. It is so cute.
They got an air hockey table there?
No air hockey. There's no like no.
surprised
But
by
it was like
that.
it was like it was in a lodge. Oof, incomplete. It was like a lot. No flag. It was in the lodge.
Okay.
So it was like there was a massive fireplace. It's
Up
really
there,
nice.
you gotta have a fireplace.
Yeah, dude, it was sick. I liked it there. New Hampshire is the Alabama of the North. It was a little. I was white knuckling a little bit of it, but it was really pretty. That's
It's
why
scenic.
this whole election thing, I knew what we were going to get on Tuesday. I can't. I'm opening Instagram and I'm watching another hot white woman cry, and I'm like,
Well, they got to be a victim somehow, so why not make this
well,
about
you know
them?
what it is? It's also too. It's like I realized this. It's like on the one verse end, Trump love bombed the shit out of the country. You know, he love bombed and to the ugly people, he even love bombed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hot chicks are used to getting love bombed and getting promised and then this is their major first disappointment. I feel like for a lot of them, like they've never experienced. Like apparently they didn't do the 2016 election. This is like
No.
their first election for a
Right.
lot of them. So they're all like, huh? And I'm like, the victimization of that, it's like, it's just, and the fact that they're blaming men makes me laugh because 53% or 58% women voted for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are we talking about here, dudes?
It's just easier
I
to
love
be
numbers.
ignorant.
It is. This is what I've learned about this country, and everyone's getting mad. It's like I've learned that men don't care about women, and I'm like, you know what? Everyone's walking away with a horrible lesson. You know what I learned is that no one wants to take any accountability for anything.
And that's what America is.
That's what America is. That
It's
is
just
the
a place of
American
lawsuits.
It's just a play. It's just I don't want to
Yes.
take any form of accountability. I'm gonna go on Instagram. I'm gonna cry, and I'm gonna say men suck. Don't get me wrong. I played around with little things because I was trying to figure out. But it's just like it's just this blanket thing, and then they went after Arabs and and Latinos because they voted for him,
right.
and it's just like, and it's just
Which
like,
isn't racist.
Oh yeah, no, the
not
liberal
racist.
racism is funny. It's coming out big time now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're bringing. It's like the pitchforks and the fucking "we will not replace this" people are coming out. But guess what? They're liberals.
Yep.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Plot twist. They're liberals.
Just because they don't
Because
agree
they're
with
like,
them.
I thought Javier picking oranges would vote for Kamala, and it's like, you idiot. You know, middle class working people are now Mexicans.
yeah.
They're not all actually, the middle class Mexicans hate the orange picker.
They hate them.
They hate him. They're
Hate
like,
'em.
why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
Quit crossing the border.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he flipped the bottom of Texas. Instead, I get a clip at The View, and she's like, that sounds like misogyny to me. And all those girls like, yeah. And this poor woman was like, no, it's because it's at the border. And it's like women, like the 27-year-old woman who has to pay for 2 kids, her freaking shit's going up, and then she's losing, and the fracking and the gas is all there, and there's oil and he's saying, drill, baby, drill, call, you know what I mean? It's just like everyone, look, you know what it is? Everyone's got to look at the numbers. Everyone's got to look at I love numbers as I get older.
Well, yeah.
It's because there's no emotion in it. This is the numbers.
There's
the exit polls is just, this is the exit poll. This is the numbers we got. Look at the numbers. Look at the
but
fucking
you'd also
numbers.
spin numbers however you want. That's the con of numbers.
Those are what?
You could always mix up statistics in a way that favors you.
See, don't get this fucking shit. When
But
they
you
do
could.
those exit polls, there's people that, like, everyone, I can't stand it. Those poor bastard poll workers, I've worked with those people, and they're nerds, don't get me wrong, but they're very much like, I uphold the standard. Like, they're very pro-American and, like, very much about the integrity, and they very much honor the fucking thing. So when they get those numbers and they put them up, if you look at the New York Times, the Post, all the numbers are the same. No one's fucking with those numbers.
Right.
Those numbers are those numbers. So everyone needs to calm the fuck down with, like, misinterpreting. There's no misinterpreting. Those are numbers. Those are the exit polls.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Not the actual polls where it said it was 50-50 and then fucking Donnie T came in.
No, yeah, exactly. You have to wait. And also you have to wait till everything's in. Like, first off, he kicked her ass so hard. I love campaigns. I don't know if you know
You
this,
like
Rich.
campaigns?
Love campaigns.
What about a campaign that you like?
Oh, my
The
favorite?
pageantry?
Oh, no, my favorite campaign was the 1992 Bill Clinton Bush campaign.
Well,
with
you like
Ross
that
Perot.
you went on, what's his name's show with the saxophone?
Dude, I just think the way that they played that was an amazing campaign. And then he had, like Jennifer Flowers came out. I mean, he had 1-2 hits
Who's
coming
Jennifer
out.
Flowers?
That was the first chick that said that they had sexual relationships.
Ah,
with.
yes.
And then she went out and then But that campaign was just, that thing was done so well. And the Democrats, that's when the Democrats were like Dems. Like, they were good. They were
That was
good.
the golden age
and the
of Dems.
Republicans were just a bunch of boomers. They're like, why can't we get out there? And they made them look like a bunch of buffoons.
Right.
Just a bunch of, like, you're old, outdated. Clinton was what Trump is now.
Yes.
Because Clinton was cool. He went on, he played saxophone on MTV.
Right.
He was just a cool guy, you know what I mean? And he was just a young guy from Arkansas that was from the South, but he had some swag
He had a
to
little
him.
soul to him.
He had a little soul. He had some swag to him. You know what I mean? The black people loved him. You
Yep.
know, he was Bill. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Him and Epstein are flying around.
they're flying
was an
around.
easier
I mean,
time.
everyone. It was just an easier time.
It was an
just
easier
an easier time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that election, the way I'm just saying, not like this is what I think people gotta shut up. It was just the campaign. The way that they did that campaign was really well done and really well orchestrated.
Okay.
And really, yeah. The Obama one, too, was really well done.
In 08.
In 08. That was really well done. They went and that was some grassroots. They knocked on the door. They got really involved. They set up that this one was they're smug fucks and they got their asses whooped.
Yep.
Whooped. And don't say I didn't I'll tell you this on the pod. I will disclose this on this pod.
Disclose. Breaking news.
I didn't vote.
There you go.
There we go. Boom. Okay? I have no political allegiance. I hate them both.
Boom.
Boom. Didn't vote.
Okay.
So,
Well, you're in New Hampshire doing research.
yeah, kind of. When I was driving around, I'm like, dude, this guy's going to take it. He's going to get in the bag. There's no fucking way. And then my buddy who works in PA and his girl works at Harrisburg, he was a big organizer and he was really involved in a lot of campaigns.
He's in politics.
He's in politics. He sent me updated. He knows there's a guy. You understand. There's a lot of people that like this shit. So there's a guy in Philadelphia that has connections and satellites of clicking how many people are coming to vote. When you're in Philly, you're going to assume most of them are going to be voting Democrat. You know what I mean? When they come in.
In the greater Philly area.
In the greater Philly area, right? In the inner city. So when he was doing clicks, they were doing clicks. The numbers were going high, 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 and then it just plateaued. That was it. And then he goes, we're fucked. Because statistically, number-wise, there are more blue people than there are red people. Number-wise.
Sure. Yeah,
because
I
the
don't know.
cities,
Are you saying in the
cities
city?
are massive,
Okay.
right? Compared to a rural area.
Right.
So that's how you get them, is by getting them to come out and vote. They always like to rock the vote. It's like that's how
Yeah.
you need the bodies.
Vote or die. Don't bring that up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you need the bodies. You need people just to come. So if you get every person to vote in Philadelphia to come out and vote. Theoretically, they're gonna go Dem. They're gonna go blue.
Right.
Instead, these schmucks tried to do Republican light. Like they tried to be a '90s Republican, and they went campaigning with Liz Cheney.
Which was insane.
Which was stupid.
Well,
It was so dumb. So dumb. If they could choose a Republican or Republican light, they're gonna go Republican.
Yeah. They went 100%.
They tried to switch over Republican voters. You dumb fuck. You listen to your guy, your voters that vote, your middle class voters. Those are the ones that fucking vote for you. You don't go after Republicans.
Yeah, but they want to get Liz because then they could keep the wars going and
yeah.
keep the party. Come on.
Yeah, no, I know. It was the stupidest camp run. I looked up the people that did it. You know what? Most of the people that worked in their campaign were all Latino people.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was crazy. And then even the night before, she decides to go to Reading the night before the election and brings AOC to say hola to everyone.
Yeah,
that like you're gonna fucking get them to come out for you. If you fuck you. That is the most. If I was Latina, I wouldn't fucking like fuck you.
Right.
What have you done for me lately? You haven't done shit. As soon as this is the way they're stupid too. As soon as Biden got in, we're like, okay, we got 4 years to fucking make a game.
We gotta
plan.
figure something.
We gotta figure something
find
else.
one person.
We gotta figure it out. They had no plan. Their plan was Biden all along. Are you retarded? Like what? And then all of a sudden you switch gears. We're like, okay, we need to get out there. Trump has been sitting there and just salivating and just sitting there doing his thing.
Yeah.
But they deserve to lose. They did, and that's why people get mad. They're like, "How could you do that?" It's like this is America. It's a game. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do what you want. When you look at this shit, you have to look at it. Devoid the like. It's just that. And for Latinas and abortion's not a number one priority for them.
Yeah.
That's not how you campaign. Like every white woman thinks it's like my issues are everyone's issues. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
But they're all hot and they don't know any better because you guys love bomb the fuck out of them and they're like, and this is like,
Don't point fingers at me, dude.
they're just no. I'm not pointing. I'm just saying, dudes. It's just like in general. It's like I'm trying to make that cool. Like it's like you bitches keep on hearing lies and then you're like, what? But they don't want us. I didn't realize how much men hate us. It's like what? And look at the numbers. It was 50. I forget the number, but it was a high number of women that voted for Trump. It wasn't the men.
Yeah.
Only the men. Well, I think it's like it's human rights in general, like you know what I mean. But like,
It's
not
also
for nothing. Democrats, you're full of shit too because bitches in Texas are already dying. What are you doing for them? You've been in the fucking office. There's already girls dying in.
Yeah.
Because they're getting into septic shock and they can't give abortions. So they can't get the baby out. A 19-year-old died. Another woman died in another, And also, 9 states passed an abortion act. Missouri being one of them, a referendum on their card. So, I mean, it's the rhetoric's got to stop. And also, like, this whole thing, like, their whole campaign was like, don't go backwards and doing the same fear tactics that he does about his bullshit.
Don't go backwards. Listen to Liz Cheney.
Unbelievable. I was flabbergasted the shit that they were, and I'm not like in the scene, but I'm just like from a fucking amateur point of view. I'm like, this is horrible. I can't even like my buddy was dying. He's like, I don't know what the fuck these people are doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, this generation of Democrats invite Liz Cheney to the party. That's like at 3 a.m. when you're
because
hammered.
also too, it's because Nancy Pelosi, all these dumb fucks don't retire. So they're not making their next thing. What's their next? They didn't have another Democrat. They're not growing anybody. They're not grooming anyone. Where they're going to groom AOC? Oh, yeah, because she's starting to drink the fucking Kool-Aid now, if you notice that. Mm-hmm. I'm a Bernie Sanders bitch. That's who I am. So
yeah. Well,
I'm a big Bernie.
You're not getting that, so find someone else.
I know. They fucked Bernie hard. And if they didn't fuck Bernie, when they fucked Bernie, they wouldn't have been in this. There would have been no Trump. It would have been maybe if Bernie did well, it would have been maybe we kept on going. But
yeah, but Bernie doesn't fall in line with their plan.
no, it doesn't. That's the thing. And also their investors and who gives them money.
Yes.
That's the biggest one.
That's why they're like, let's go with the guy.
And that's why people are stupid. They're like, because some tickets had they had Jill Stein on there. Some still had, I think in Cali, they still had RFK on there. Some tickets had more people.
States
there was
had
a couple states, a libertarian was on there. But people are not, like, I remember when I first voted, it was Gore and Bush, and Nader was on the ticket.
Yeah.
Ralph Nader tried to get on the ticket, and I was pulling for Ralph Nader. Pearl Jam was behind him. He was big into environment. He was big into women's rights. He was big into this. And again, he couldn't build enough money to get it. And that's what it is. That's America, baby. We're America, Inc. Everyone fucking stop with. And that's why I was so in shock. What I was in shock, oh, yes! What I was in shock about was that of how many, I woke up, however many people, like when I went to bed that night, you know what I did? I made a steak. I had a good dinner that night.
Yeah.
I had a
mean,
really
at the end
good
of the day,
dinner.
it's America.
I had
You're
a good
gonna have
dinner.
a steak.
I had a steak. I had a good meal. I didn't pay. I was like checking in. I was like, ugh. And then my buddy sent me the numbers, and I'm like, this doesn't look good. And then I finished my steak. I watched a movie. I went to bed. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I looked on my phone, and they're like, Trump candidacy. And I went back to bed.
That's it.
And that was it. And I woke up the next day, everyone's in tears. Everyone, and I'm like, you know what, jerk-offs? Where were you? You know, if you're really about it, you didn't do anything. You didn't fucking, like, if you really were concerned, pound the pavement. You know, what did you do? You know, and you couldn't, like, you know, but then again, I fault the Democrats because they didn't mobilize people. They didn't mobilize anyone.
Well, they never had a plan.
They never had a plan.
They were like, maybe
Never had a
Biden
plan.
could keep going for 4 years.
So it's like everyone wants to blame, you know, like blame the man and blame the Latino and blame the which is what they want, by the way. You know what I mean? Russia wants that. That's what China wants. They want us to all attack each other and divide us. You know what I mean? That's the, you know, game plan.
Yeah.
And instead of just being like, you know what? We fucked up. And, you know, and it's not only like, oh, men don't care. It's like, oh, there's a lot of people in this country that feel like they're getting fucked. And what do they need?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was listening to
education's horrible in this fucking country, too.
You know the KFC radio from Barstool?
I know of it. I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it in a very long time.
I was listening to it this week, and one of the guys on there was like, this is why I just don't understand. Like, people are like, everything's going bad. He's like, well, really, what's going poorly? Because my life's great. I'm like, yeah, you know, the 38-year-old blogger who never had a job and went to 3
you're doing fine.
boarding schools.
Right.
Yeah, I understand why you don't see anything bad.
Right.
So you're like, how did everyone vote this way?
Exactly.
Because most people aren't you.
Exactly. And that's what I want to say. Like, last night, it made me think of this last night. I got dropped off at 136th Street in Lexington. Let me tell you something. Not so good up there at 2 in the morning.
I don't go often, but I've heard.
It's not so pretty up there. It's pretty fucking fucked up.
Was that Chris Brown's show?
No, I got dropped off there because I went to go do a show at Stanford, and then we were getting dropped. They did 2 spots. They did that spot because a lot of people live on the east side, or that you can go to 24th. And I'm like, well, I live in Queens. I can get off here.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
I jumped on a lift to go right home. Yeah.
I got you.
But I got out. I'm waiting. I'm holding my camera gear. I got a tripod. If someone wants to knock me out, this is a good...
It's a pretty good spot.
It's a pretty good thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like... But that's why I was raised. But that's like, if someone's going to fuck you, then don't be a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Don't leave yourself open.
But that's why you got the bit.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't leave yourself like that. You know what I mean? So I'm there, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I know this is stupid. I'm going to get my lift. I'm just going to play it cool. And I'm like, you know, head on a swivel. Just like, all right, motherfucker. But women are like, you know, and I'm like, no, if we're going to go, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't expect things to, like, I don't know what the word is. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hot white women that think that's like, well, they shouldn't assault me. It's like, no, they shouldn't, but there's bad people on the planet.
Right.
I don't know I don't expect everyone to fucking
people.
Yes. I don't expect everyone to be, you know, at my beck and call.
Right.
And is that what it is? It's like they just, you know, is that what it is? Like, I've never been a hot white, like a hot chick, so I don't know what that is.
I mean, neither have I, but yeah, it's mostly they've been catered to always.
Right? Always, right?
And when they don't get their way, they just don't understand why.
Why? Right. So it's like, so yeah, Susan, you're all of a sudden like, I can't. It's like, guess what? Molly in Texas hasn't been able to. They're dying there already.
Yeah.
And then you talk to Malcolm on 136 and Lex. He don't give a flying fuck because nothing's ever going to change for him.
Right.
So, fuck you. Like, you want them to come out because you can't get, you know, my rights. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's a big deal, but like.
But also, you live in New York. Your rights aren't.
Yeah,
fine.
you're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
Don't worry.
You're fine.
And whoever's in.
Is he going to be a prick? Probably. I got to tell you, if whoever he pissed off, I'd be a little concerned. He is a vindictive little fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And he's sloppy as shit. I'm not saying he's good. Is he? Listen, if he's a fascist, he's not a good fascist. He's not a good, like, he's not going to be a Mussolini.
No.
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He just is not good at it. He's just not going to be good.
You need enough people to be on your side.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that. He's not a good orator. Like, I listened to him talk, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, you fall asleep. You're like, it's just like, because he keeps on, I listened to a full speech of his when I was watching the camp, because they have a red zone for campaigns where they go
They have
between.
a red zone for campaigns?
Basically, they go back in between. There's Trump's up right now. Okay, Kamala's here. She's talking. And then you could do that. So I did a couple of those, and I watched them while I was working. And between the two, it was just he's just going off and blah, 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 blah. He's like, like at one point he goes, we got to drill, baby. He's in PA, and fracking's big in Pennsylvania.
Big.
That's a big money-making thing. So he's like, we're going to drill, baby, drill. I mean, who can afford an electric car? No one can. I like Elon, though. He's a good guy. And I'm like, his money's electric car. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fucking, he bombed everyone. What do you want? You want to have a 3-headed horse? You got it. This guy wants a 3-headed horse. You should get a 3-headed horse. I love football. You know what I mean? That's how he talks. And Kamala's always like, we need to work. Like, she's just a robot. She was what about Gaza? Israel has the right to defend itself. You know what I mean? Like, what about Biden? He did good, but we need to do better. It's like, what are you talking about?
In her defense, she never had any idea.
She never had any idea. She had no time because Biden.
She had time.
Well, hold on.
She has time.
They fucked up morally. They kept Biden on the rail too long. They kept Biden on too long, and then they brought her, and then they didn't have a primary.
Well,
which really fucked them. Because how can you? It's like food testing. It's like we have a new product. Let's just unleash it. It's like, no, let's bring it into some areas and see how it does. Does it sell right? How is this product going to do? The Democrats never did that. They just were like, this is her. She checks the boxes. She's black. She has a vagina. Let's have her.
That's why she was vice president as well.
And she was vice president as well. So they're just like, whatever. She's good. She's perfect. She's cool. But it's like, fine. But you guys didn't do a thing to see how would she do. You know, you didn't do a primary.
It's called the 2016 primary. She got 0 votes.
Oh yeah, true that. That's true. Yeah.
So they knew how she was going to perform.
Well, I mean, 2016 different from 2024. They still should have just done a primary.
Yeah, since then, she became the least popular vice president in modern history.
Right, but that's also because of the rhetoric and all that bullshit. Because the economy started. Listen, Trump's not going to fix price gouging.
Oh no,
he's not going to do shit.
No.
And nor could Kamala.
I think he will, and then it'll ruin the economy after the 4 years. He'll cut his nose to spite his face.
I don't know. That's where you come in. I don't know economics that well. I know he wants to plan this no income tax thing, like he does for Florida.
I think that's more to your point, where it's like you're just saying something to say something.
Okay, you think?
I don't think that's actually going to happen.
Because I don't know how you could do that for the rest of the whole country.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, his ideas, the tariffs, will that work out? Some people say no. Most people say no.
No, right?
Some
because
say yes.
What happens is it will upcharge the shit coming in, so they'll charge us a shit ton to bring it in. It's like, fine, if you want to charge me, no problem. We're going to upcharge it. So now the American buyer is going to buy a mix like a Hamilton mixer for $50 because the tariffs are high.
Yes.
So it's going to counter, But I also read too that a lot of Biden's economic foreign policy was kind of some of them he used from the Trump era.
I don't know that much about that.
I just read that literally from The Economist, so I don't know, but I don't remember the numbers and I don't know it that well, but I do remember reading a little bit about that.
From what I know is giving Ukraine over $200 billion isn't a great economic plan.
No.
So
no.
Maybe that's one of my favorite pictures. Trump next to Zelensky, and Zelensky's just like frowning and his shoulders are slumped.
Yeah, supposedly
party's over, babe.
Well, also, Elon too is on the phone with. I don't know why Elon's like. This is the thing that only makes me nervous. When Trump was in 2020, was it 2020? Right? No, I'm an idiot. When was he in 2016? Right? That's when he got elected.
When he was
the first
in,
one.
yeah.
He had still politicians around him. They're like, bro, you can't do that. Now it's like I got RFK as the head of fucking it's like no more vaccines at all. It's like what, polio's gonna make a comeback? You know what I mean? He's gonna be the Surgeon General. It's like, dude.
Well, he's not gonna be the Surgeon General, but I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? It's there's gonna be and then I'm gonna have Elon doing defense contracts. I mean, the rich are going to get richer. Let's put it that way.
The rich always get richer.
They always do, but it's going to
get
even.
Doesn't matter who you vote for.
Doesn't matter who you vote for, but this is going to be egregiously. The richer are going to get richer. It's just going to be what it is, and the people that are they're going to get hurt the most are going to be the people on the margins, not you, fucking Sally, that live in Brooklyn. Okay, you're okay. You're going to be fine. It's the woman that's in Alabama that's going to get fucked, and more or less.
Yeah, but she's always going to get fucked.
Well, that's the thing. She's going to get fucked, but I think it's going to be even more because there's no more. Democrats at least try to be morally decent. That's the look that they try. That's the look they try to do. That's the brand.
If you looked at the popular vote, no one agrees.
Well, yeah, no, I hear you. But a popular vote, no offense, it's easy to. People are dumb and they're desperate. So it's easy to fucking sway people. It's easy to sway people. It's easy to sway people. Like Trump promised the moon to these people. You know what I mean?
The Democrats have promised the moon to people for about 30 years, and it hasn't worked.
Well, so do
out.
they both do. Do you know what I'm saying? They both do. They
yeah,
both
but not.
do.
I always. The reason I respect Republicans, they're not going to play it like a Democrat.
Read my lips. No more taxes. I mean, come on. They do the same bullshit.
No, that's him.
Dude,
Yeah, that's insane.
Rich, they both do it. Stop. They both do it. It's called being a politician. They both fucking do bullshit. Stop it. It's just the Democrats always tried to be this moral high ground that they're human rights people.
Right.
And at the end of the day, they're really not. They're really
No.
not. They're playing the same numbers at all and all that bullshit. And the Republicans, they try to be this religious fucking, it's all about, they do the God thing and they do we care about, families and homes. They do their whole moral ground too. It's just on two different ends of the spectrum.
In the South, yeah.
Yes, but also too, you're hearing it more in the North now because they don't want trans athletes playing with. It's like just shut the fuck up and worry about politics, okay? Or worry about the economy. If you're gonna be Mr. Separate State and Church and all that shit, then do that, Mr. Republican. Don't get involved in someone else's growing a dick or not growing a dick. If you care about money, then care about money.
Yeah, but it's low hanging fruit when a Democrat's like, oh no, you can identify how you want, then you can play against how you want. It's very easy for the Republican to switch around and be like, that's nuts, huh? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, but the Republican doesn't do that. They also try to do infrastructure to go against it. Just stay the fuck out of it then. If they would just do money and just get involved with that instead of trying to set a policy to keep them out. It's like, if you're going to be a pure Republican and really be a Republican, then stay the fuck out of it. Don't worry about, leave religion out of it, leave sexism out of it, leave it all out of it, and just worry about the finance because that's what you're all supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know any laws they're making against that.
A lot of them in Long Island, there's a congressman that got all pissy, and he tried to put in a rule to not have male athletes.
When it comes to local government.
That's another point that I want to make. These cunts, you want to fucking change the world, then vote local stuff, because the local stuff is what's important. It's not the local stuff is what affects you. All right, the national shit. Does it affect you? Here, yeah.
It used to be local affected national. Now it's national
So
affects
the local. Yeah. So it's it's just if you want to, oh, good, we got a fucking, yeah! Just to let the audience know that Dallas Cowboys seem to have dropped the ball and fumbled. They had a fumble and Philadelphia has picked it up.
Who's the backup for the Cowboys now?
I don't know, some white dude. I have no clue. What a mess of a fucking team.
Whedon.
What a mess of a team. Look they didn't even, they dropped, they got a fumble from just a handoff or a hike. Look at that, dropped. Oh, dude. Fucking first day, buddy. But yeah, the whole thing's fucked up. So yeah, sorry about my tirade. I'm just over people not for the first time in my life, 2016, I got emotional. And I didn't get they hate women. I really was wow, this country is very kind of, they could play the xenophobic and they can, it's got a lot of, because, it was bad. Because I don't like Trump. I don't like him.
Yeah.
And I don't
think most people like him. It's either you love him or you don't like him or you vote for him or you hate him.
Oh, you think?
I think those are the three tiers.
Those are the three tiers. Yeah. But I am sick of people getting caught up in the rhetoric of it all and then arguing over this instead of looking at the bigger picture. So this time around, I'm not upset. I'm just I don't mean to be smug, but I'm kind of guys, where have you been? I'm kind of fuck you. You're idiots. You are dumb.
Yeah.
You're dumb. If you thought your eyes, you are being myopic, small-minded, and your own liberal racism that is protruding.
It's been around forever.
It's
People
been around
have been
forever.
calling it out and we're like, maybe you shouldn't
Right.
talk openly like this, and they're
Right.
like, that's racist if you say that, and you're like,
Well,
I'm telling you.
Well, it's the whole. But the thing is, though, it's going to get worse now because we're going to get more. There's going to be more woke, and then there's going to be more people from the right that are going to be no, more emboldened to be a bunch of douchebags.
I don't think so. I think it's over. I don't think 2016 like that, the extreme political correctness is coming back.
Oh, I think so. It's already. I'm already seeing it. I feel like it is. I feel like people are now. I see dudes on Instagram and Twitter that are comics that are already being cucks. You know what I mean? I voted for Kamala. You know what I mean, to get pussy.
Yeah, we
You know
also
what I mean?
gotta realize people that talk like that, no one really cares about your opinion, and things aren't going great for you. So
Yeah, no,
We're
I
not
know that, but
holding
I'm
your
just saying,
opinion
I'm just worried
with
about
weight.
dating now. It's like going to be the two extremes of like, yeah, I voted Trump, or you're going to get, the cuck that's just like, I believe in respecting women, and I voted for Kamala, and it's just going to be those kind of like, respect women. It's like, no, you don't respect them. You're afraid of them.
No, well, yes, but no. I think it's going to be the vast majority is going to be like, yeah,
Oh, you think?
yes.
All right.
I think it's going to be worse for like me with women than it is with men.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think men are going to be a lot more like, I voted for Kamala to get into their pants.
No, I think they'll just try to go around another. It's like when you see a street closed off, you're like, all right, I'm going to back up and I'm going to try to go a different route this way.
Yeah, but like that could be the route, being like, oh, I voted for Kamala.
At least everyone I know, no one's going to be saying that.
No?
I don't think so.
Mm.
No.
All right.
No, they'll have to figure out something. But also, women have to realize they want a liberal guy, and then they start dating liberal guys, and they're like, oh, you're not a man, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well,
hold on. Watch the wording with liberal, because I'm liberal is a big vast thing. But I'll say as far as there's got to be another word.
I'm just saying liberal for
Cuck. Like do liberal. Add a cuck liberal. You know what I mean? Because I don't mind a dude that's liberal, but I want him like, you know what I mean? I like, like, are you liberal? You believe
I
in fair
think I
wage,
am.
right?
Right.
You think people can be gay and get married, right?
liberal now is something different than it was then, like 30 years ago.
Right.
It's not the same definition.
All right, what's a liberal now?
A liberal now is someone that like pushes DEI initiatives.
What's DEI
and
initiatives?
Diversity, integrity, inclusion.
Okay, yeah, right.
People like that, they're like, I don't see color. And it's like, you do.
Yeah.
People that are like, we shouldn't have, you shouldn't use your ID when you
I'm
go
curious
vote
about
because
this. What
black
does
people don't.
count as a liberal person now? Because I feel like that's a very loose term. I'm liberal. I think everyone should fucking live the way they want to live. And I don't care if trans, if a dude, like a biological male. I'm actually excited. If a biological male wants to play basketball with me, good. I'm going to become a better baller.
Sure.
That's the way I feel like comedy is. I've always loved being in a room full of men because that's the majority of comedy.
Yeah.
That's where the competition is. So it's like...
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's kind of insane to put a biological male on the same field as women.
Well, but that's not a biological male. They're going to have like a certain amount of like estrogen in their body.
Yeah, no, still think it's clinically insane to think that that's something that should even be considered.
I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
because I
you're
don't
like,
have
no,
kids.
this person's taking hormones. Then you see them spike a ball into a woman's face, and there's a print. There's a print of the ball on their face,
You know,
and you're
I'll
like,
see-
well, you know what? That's how they identify.
Yeah, well, hold on though. I feel like there's I think again there's extremes. I don't think I don't know how it works in the NBA. We'll see in the NBA how we haven't had a trans person try to play in the WNBA, have we?
Do it.
I would love
Do
to
it.
I would love to see how that
They
works.
get worked.
I just want to see how it
Caitlin
works.
Clark is cooking people as a rookie, and she's
Yeah.
just good at shooting.
Yeah, I know she's great. at
Imagine
shooting.
if she could actually move faster.
You get it. Well, if
and
you get a
jump
Dennis
higher.
Rodman of fucking like.
We already had that. It was called Joanna Man.
Yeah.
That was already a thing.
But I kind of want to see, I want to see it. Like, I want to see it happen. I want to see it. I want to see how this works. I want to play it out. I want to play it out a little bit. Everyone's like this. Let's play it out. Let's just play it out.
If you let it play out, you're going to move women's sports 100 years in the past.
You don't know that. We don't
I
know
can-
that. I don't. We
you
don't
know
know
who
that.
actually the best woman is?
Who?
A guy. You'd be like, no way. You don't say.
We don't-
A
but it's
guy's
not-
the best woman?
But I'm just saying, like a biological. I'm saying that if we got to define trans. If it's gonna be it's got to be mostly it sounds fucked up, but it's like make it mostly that they have mostly estrogen and no testosterone, so their muscle mass is not the same.
But their muscle mass is going to be the same because they grew up as a guy.
Yeah, but what if I don't know the science of that.
I happen to have studied it and have a master's in it.
No, you do not.
I have a master's in clinical exercise physiology.
The clinical exercise physiology. So you do know the biologically and the chemistry of what these things do? These
What testosterone and estrogen does?
Yeah.
Yes, and I also have seen the studies of bone density
Okay.
between children, especially women that exercise as children and exercise.
So say
don't
at
exercise.
13, a dude's like, I see myself as a female and starts taking estrogen pills, right?
I mean, I think that now we're getting into a different conversation. I think's even crazier.
Okay, well, hold on. Just say this for example, though. I just want to do this argument. So just say they start taking estrogen pills at 16, at 13, right? Whatever world we're in, he's taking estrogen.
Sure.
She's taking estrogen pills. Would that change the chemistry of the body to the point where it would be a woman?
No.
Never, huh?
No.
Never, huh?
No.
Huh?
Maybe like at 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, you got to go that.
Yeah.
Okay, then we should make them take it then.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't have the answers. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
And this is what another thing annoys me is we can't just ask questions anymore without people fucking going apeshit.
No, of course not.
It's just like we can't have discourse. We can't have political discourse. You know? But I got to remind myself, I was like an emotionally fucking basket case for a very long time. I couldn't really talk about love in a very, so I also have had to deal with my monsters. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like everyone needs to go into therapy. They need to take accountability and go into therapy and look inside and be like, where am I in this?
So people got to get out of their communities.
And get out of their
and
communities.
talk to others.
And talk
but
to
they're
others.
not going to do that.
Yeah, they have to drive. They have to get in a car. I keep on telling them, it's like, you got to go to Hershey, PA. You got to go to Nebraska. Don't only go to the Bahamas and Aruba. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those places suck.
Yeah, but you got to go see the suck.
But why?
In order to have empathy, you got to be able to fucking understand all walks of it.
But they don't actually want to have empathy. I think that's the thing that you're not getting.
Right.
This is very fake.
It is. Some of it is.
They say they want.
They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work.
I know a girl who worked for Michael Moore, and she was
Oh,
very
really?
liberal, and she was like,
Wow,
"I
yeah.
want to make a difference in the world,
Right.
and I want to work
Right.
for Michael Moore and make a message to the people, and we should have racial harmony and everything." And then she moved into Woodstock, New York,
Yeah, what happened?
and she said, "This is amazing. You know why I just got out of the city? And now it's just a way easier way to live. Oh, I thought you wanted to live with everyone that was different than you. And then it turned out.
Woodstock's a pretty liberal society.
But it's also all people that are white liberals, and they like.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not living next door to Dominicans and listening to the
That's
music
what I'm
all
trying
night.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tried that out. You said,
They-
you know what? This actually really sucks.
Right.
So I'm not going to try to make a difference. I'm just going to move with people that are like me. And
Well, at least she tried it. I think there's some people that don't even try it and they pretend they're their side. And again, this is the
I respect that.
Democrats' fucking point that I make. They pretend to be liberal, but NIMBY, the whole not in my backyard shit, like the Massachusetts. That's from a Massachusetts thing. NIMBY. It was a big thing during the 1960s. It was like, oh, you're all or 70s. I forget which one, but. They were all like, oh, yeah, we're so for, everyone fucking, coming together and living in it. But it's like, as soon as it comes into your backyard, you're not happy about it, are you?
Right.
So it's all about, that's why they do NIMBY, not in my backyard. So, yeah, no, I agree with that completely. I think a lot of people, you know what I mean? They think that. And that's why they get annoyed with like, with my material, I talk about a lot of race shit and people sometimes get tight. And it's like, yeah, you don't have any black friends.
Right.
You really don't have any. You have no cultural understanding. Like fucking, this is one thing I want to kill Tony, literally, because I had a better Puerto Rican joke than he did.
I thought that was a very weak joke.
Very weak joke that everyone got mad about.
Yeah.
Very weak. I have a Puerto Rican rape joke that kills, and it's fucking funny as hell.
No big deal.
No big deal. Very funny. Very funny joke because it's a joke. What he did was just like, that's just like the lamest, that's what you guys are getting mad at, that joke? Like,
Right.
I didn't get to finish the Bill Burr thing last night, but I have many jokes about white women right now because I got my own problem.
That's who's bothering you.
That's what's bothering me because they've been my biggest bullies on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
So it's like he had a joke and he talked about like, white women maybe, don't wear the pantsuit.
Yeah.
Maybe stop. And all these women are getting angry. I'm like, that's the joke you're getting angry about? I mean, I love you, Bill, but that's not the best of the best.
Right.
Like, it's like mediocrity is what's getting me. Accountability and mediocrity. It's like everyone's so mediocre. I'm like, this is what you think? This is like what's insulting? Really? This is what you are?
Because you know what? Let's continue this on the page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to go at 5, though, not to
What
be a
time
dick.
is it?
It's 4:51.
Okay. Well, we'll just continue then.
All right, sorry.
No worries. Yeah, we'll do an hour on here.
Oh, no.
Maybe
No.
I'll split it in half.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that. Or I'll just keep the whole thing maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, I got you. I'm listening to you. Keep going.
And yeah, because you got to run to
Yeah,
New York.
Well, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm being rude. I have a thing at New York. I jumped on a 5:30 show downtown, but they start at 5:30. So if I get there at 4:45, it's okay.
It starts at 5:30, which means it starts at 5:40, which
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. It's just that. So you've been very gracious with me, and I'm
no
very
car
sorry.
today.
No car today. I'm taking bikes. I didn't get the chance to go work out at the gym today because I had to catch up on day job stuff, and then I had a bunch of shit I fucked up on dates wise. Levin's getting very flaky. Like I'm just like
What do you mean dates wise?
I messed up on a date. I forgot these guys switched a date for me to headline down in Delaware, and I didn't put it in my book, and then someone else booked me for something else, and then I just realized I fucked.
Comedy dates.
Yeah, comedy.
I thought you meant like going out.
No,
dates,
just like
dates.
no. I've
okay.
given that up till fucking further notice.
Okay, we're putting that on the shelf.
Yeah, I can't. That's on the shelf, dude. I don't have time for it. I just don't have time for it. I don't. I'm working on this shit. I was doing Wegovy for a while. There's a big break for you. Wegovy's like Ozempic. I got to start just calling it Ozempic.
Okay.
I was doing it. I just quit it. I'm
Okay.
not doing it anymore. I hated it.
Why?
It made me feel awful. Like so what happened was I got it. I got excited, and then also trying to find it. It's like trying to find the Ark of the Covenant.
Okay.
So it was just kind of the energy of trying to find that was annoying. And also some places it would be $100, sometimes it would be $50, sometimes it would be $25.
It's not a prescription.
It's a prescription, but the thing is though, they're getting these local, I went mom and pop, but the mom and pops are telling me they're getting this one chick specifically, not all mom and pops. She was upcharging me because she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to make some more money off of it. But if you go to a CVS, it was just $25.
Oh, that's interesting how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because CVS is a major conglomerate. So
Right.
it's like, I'm trying to do the mom and pop thing, but you're fucking juicing me. I get it. But like, I'm going to go to CVS.
Right.
What the fuck you want from me?
And you get the coupons.
I get the coupon. It's $25 for us. So I was doing it. So what happened was I was doing it for like 2.5 months, maybe 3 months. And I was like, all right, it made me feel, and I didn't go to the bathroom. It made me constipated. It just, all these things, right? It just was like, whatever. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to write it out. It didn't do much for my weight. It didn't do much for me. They all talk about this miracle drug. It didn't do much for me. I mean, I do have a thyroid issue and stuff like that. So it didn't do anything for me. So then with, a lot of my therapy, and I found a nutritionist, I've been working on a lot of stuff and taking accountability. And I'm like, okay. So I was on it. So then what happened was I went away for a week and a half, right, to go do spots and do the road.
Right.
I couldn't bring one with me. I'm like, I'll just juice up when I get back.
You'll double.
I won't double. I'll just get back. I'll go back on the
swing.
rotation because it's only I miss basically a week of my I'd be a week, but I'd be back to take the next one on the last day of the week. So it'd been only a week.
Okay.
So it's fine. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'd be back in the week in the mix.
Right.
But during the week being away from it, my body felt better.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was going on hikes, and I was going out, and I was working out, and
You
I was
felt
going
healthier
outside. I
without
felt
it.
healthier without it.
Okay.
And then I came back, and I'm like, I don't want to take it anymore.
Stop.
I did.
Enough with the drugs.
I just, and you know what it is too? I want to actually work on shit instead of just boom, boom, boom. And it's like, and I'm starting to get into jogging now.
Okay.
I'm starting to do that. Like I'm starting to run. I got the Nike Run app. I'm starting to do it. I get the high on that. I just want to kind of be an athlete. So I'm approaching it much differently now.
I'll tell you one thing. RFK's got to get you into the cabinet.
Oh God, I'm not. This is my thing. I don't. What is it? Besmirch. I don't.
Besmirch.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
I don't blame other people that are like, oh, I'm doing this. It's just that I don't. I explored I tried it. I didn't like it. I don't like chasing it. I don't like. I just didn't like the process of it, the journey of the whole thing.
Were
It's
we
like,
talking about Ozempic?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I just chew myself up, and then everything tasted metallic-y.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
Is that why people aren't eating? Because everything tastes metallic-y?
Well, no, they're not eating because it basically slows your the food down for you, so it breaks it down in a slower way.
Now, did you feel that? Did you feel like?
Well,
you're
maybe
not
that's
as
why the
hungry?
stomach cramps. I mean, I didn't feel as hungry, but like I wasn't enjoying what I didn't like it. I don't know how else to say it. And then I was talking to my nutritionist. She's like, I never want to tell you what to do, but I'm so thrilled to hear this because I have clients that are on Ozempic and they've been on it for a while, and now they're afraid they want to gain weight, but they can't because they're vomiting up their food. They're like bulimic now, and it's not because they're actually bulimics, but it's just rejecting the food.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm talking to nutritionists now that are like, I don't really recommend it.
Okay.
And they're not anti-COVID people. They're like, no, COVID was a thing. That was a flu shot. That is a derivative of flu. You know what I mean?
Right.
You didn't just develop it. Was a derivative. It was a higher potent flu medication. COVID shots were.
Right.
for the most part. This is a completely different. And also, you know what it is I heard too? You know what really sent me floored?
Fill me in.
Denmark. Their GDP isn't. They're making so much money off of Ozempic because they're the birth of Ozempic.
Yeah, some woman made it.
Whatever, in Denmark. They're fucking flying high. I'm like, I don't feel like, why am I fucking paying Denmark's, like, why are they making, fuck them. You know? Fuck you. All right?
I like it.
Fucking Hamlet motherfuckers. I'm not paying for your GDP. I'm not part of it.
Was that where?
Hamlet's
Was that supposed to be in Denmark?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There's a fucking line. What's he say? There's something rotten in Denmark. Yeah.
I don't know. I read it in 8th grade.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah.
No, that's right. I like it. A little American.
Yeah, I just was like, I don't
if
want
I'm
to
gonna
fucking
do this, I want to go to the U.S. of A.
I just felt weird that Denmark's their GDP is so high from the fucking Ozempic. I just felt for some reason.
Well,
rubbed
what
me the
else are
wrong
they
way.
doing? Canning fish?
Right. I don't know. You know what I mean?
nothing
And
else.
the Danes are weird to me. Like, I'm just like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, there are ones that are liberal that, oh, yeah, what for the rights of people? I'm like, yeah, you don't have any black people
There's no
there.
one here.
There's no one here. Meanwhile, you look at Amsterdam. They got some fuck. I thought they were chill. Jesus Christ. Apparently not, dude.
No,
Fuck.
them. Ireland.
Ireland's chill as fuck. I love Ireland. Nuh-uh. I'm all for Ireland. I'm going to probably move there.
You're going to move to Ireland?
Yeah. Well, I'm an anti-Zionist person.
There you go.
So Ireland, I sue the fuck out of Israel. I fucking hate Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't hate Jewish people. Don't fucking get it twisted. I've always hated Netanyahu. I've never liked the guy. Never until.
You know who he probably likes?
Trump.
Liz Cheney.
Oh, this shit. I don't even know. I don't give a fuck. I never liked Netanyahu. He's been always like, I remember when I lived in LA, he was going there, flying back and forth to do fundraisers, fucking up the traffic. I was like, you entitled little cunt. And like, seriously, like a lot of Israelis that I've met, I've nearly got into a fist fight with a bunch of chick Israelis back in the day, in the late 90s, uptown on the Upper West Side.
Really?
Yeah, because they're being cunts. I was flirting off with one of the dudes, and I didn't know he's like, I'm from Israel. I'm like, oh, cool, you're hot. And these bitches came over, they're like, who the fuck are you? And and I nearly got into a fist fight with them. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't fuck with they've always been cunts. I've never liked like those hardcore Israelis.
They're hot, though.
Oh, they're fucking smoking hot. Oh, they're
Yeah,
very hot.
they're hot.
Very hot people. Very hot people. Really fucking hot.
Tough to do business with, but they're hot.
Tough to do business. It's horrible. Horrible
Yeah.
to do business with. Horrible to do business with. No, you know?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it?
So yeah, I'm all natural.
You're all natural.
I'm all natural.
Okay.
I'm not white knuckling nothing anymore.
No, we're just
Yeah, I
living.
dealt with the alcohol. I've dealt with the food issue. You know what I mean? I'm not like it's perfect, you know, but I'm kind of okay with the pace that it's going.
We're chipping away at the block.
We're
that
chipping it
is
out.
our
We're chipping.
problems.
We're doing the chips. We're chipping away. We're chipping
Right.
away.
And eventually we'll get David.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
That's
yeah,
what we're
yeah,
trying for.
Yeah, and I want to do that process. I want to give that process its due.
Right. And then there's a reward with it.
There's a reward with that.
It's
That's
not
a
like we
completely
stopped shooting up and now we're back to square
exactly.
one.
I'm back to square one again. I don't
I'm
want
with
to
you.
fucking do it, dude. I don't want to do it.
All right.
Yeah.